Today we're going to learn that when you put in half the effort, you can't expect the full result. See, a lot of you guys want to change. You want to improve the quality of your life, but you're 1 foot in and 1 foot out, like most people. And you're wondering why you're not getting fully committed results. See, when you put half the effort, you're going to get half the result, right? And what that leads to is frustration, anger, being annoyed, losing faith, losing hope. Because let's be honest, whatever it might be, whatever it is that you're trying to do, if you fully committed, if you fully went in, and I'm not saying like drop everything you're doing, but in that sense, dropped everything you're doing, you went all in, think about the results that you would get. Let's take fitness, for example. If all you did was eat, sleep, and train, you'd be massive, right? But that's a lie, all right? Because most people, the top of the top, right? Some of the best bodybuilders in the world, they had jobs, 40 hours a week, 50 hours a week jobs, full-time jobs while they still bodybuild, while they still ate 5 or 6 meals a day. Let me tell you something about me, okay? I knew I wanted to be a bodybuilder when I was about 19 years old, okay? I was in college, I hated college, and I was sitting there in my apartment that I lived with two of my friends. And I remember watching a video of Arnold, and he was just like, oh, Mr. Olympia. I'm like, and I already been lifting for 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 7 years. And it was just a major part of my life. You know, it gave me my confidence. It helped me out a lot in college because like we'd go to these bars. We would have not real IDs, and we would get into these bars. And I'd just be confident. I was 19 years old, but I'd be super confident. I was shredded. And so fitness was already a big part of my life. It was my life. And so when I realized I wanted to bodybuild, I decided to not drop out of college, but essentially, yeah, technically dropped out. I dropped out and I moved back home with my mom. I said, forget it. I want to become Mr. Olympia. That's all I want to do. That's it. That's my dream. Because I found myself in college, and this, you might relate to this. You find yourself somewhere and you don't want to do this thing no more. I don't want to keep going to college. Like, I remember being like, I'm going to do this 4 more years of this. I just can't fathom 4 more years of my life dedicated to studying and learning and being in classrooms and taking tests. Couldn't fathom. So it was a really quick switch for me. And I was like, you know what? Just go live at home. Go live at home and become a bodybuilder. I moved back home, but obviously I still had to work. You know, I had to pay for my food. And so I went back to my lifeguarding job. And I was just all in. I didn't care. My friends stayed in college. I want you to really pay attention to this part. My friends stayed in college. They were all working towards better careers. Okay? I was working as a lifeguard making like $14 an hour. Okay? And that's only seasonal too. It was only during the summer. Now, it was only during the summer. Come over here. And once I was there, I was living the dream. To me, I was living the dream. I didn't care what everybody else was doing. I only cared that I was pursuing my dream. And then there's a quote that I listened to a lot when I was a kid, when I was like 17 years old and 18 years old. It says, the poorest man is not the man without a penny. The poorest man is the man without a dream. Chase your dreams. Leon, sue aqui. Sue it. Right? And so that put into my mindset that, okay, I might not have a lot of money right now, but I have a dream. And I would play that CD over. I forgot who it was. And it was a lot more motivational speakers too. But it was like, the poorest man is not the man without a penny. The poorest man is the man without a dream. Chase your dreams. And looking back at it now, I went like, why is that so true? The reason it's so true is because there are people who do have money. I'm not saying rich. They can be stable, but they don't have a dream. They don't have something that's pulling at them. You might, and sometimes it might be your parents. It might be your cousins. It might be your friends. Like, understand, I was living at my mom's house, and eventually I got a job at a gym with my mentor Ian I was earning like $12 an hour, sometimes $25 for the hour. But like when I would train clients, I was bringing in maybe, I don't know, maybe $1,200 a month, 1,200, maybe $1,500 a month. And I wasn't bringing in much money, but my sole focus was bodybuilding. I could have taken the route of getting a better job, could have taken the route of being back at college and continued college. There's many routes I could have taken. And I said, no, I want to pursue this dream of mine. I don't care what everybody else is doing. What am I doing? And I would do that for 5 years. I would literally do that for the next 5 years. And by the time I was 23, let's see, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3. Yeah, by like 23 or 22, actually, my friends got out of college. My friends all got out of college and they all got good paying jobs, okay? All of them. So every single one of them was making more money than me. And they all lived on their own, okay? These are like my really close friends. And from an outside perspective, I was at home, bodybuilding, working a job that didn't pay me more than like 30 grand a year. But I was uploading videos. I was doing YouTube, I was doing Instagram, and I was just doing my thing. And so it didn't matter though. I was all in. I was so happy. I woke up every day excited. I'm like, oh, we're gonna get our first meal in. Oh, we got a training class today. I was and I got this training job because I like training people, and it also gave me liberty to, like, I would either work from 7 in the morning to about 1 p.m. with a break in between 10 and 12, there's a break, or I would work from 3 to 8, right? So either I had the afternoon or the morning to get my meals, not only get my meals in, but get my workout in, right? And film my YouTube videos and take content. And so I looked at my life and I said, what do I really want to do 24/7? Because I know the more I put in, the more I get out. And right now, ask yourself, what is it that you really want to do? And how can you go all in? How can you be more committed? Don't half-ass anything. How can you be more committed so you can get a more committed result? That's what it comes down to. If you commit to something and you really dedicate yourself to it, the more you're going to put in, the more you're going to get out. And that means you might have to sacrifice something. I sacrificed having a very well-paid job. I sacrificed living on my own. I sacrificed like security. I was like, no, I'm going to go after this goal. I'm going to do it because this is what I want more than anything. I don't care. But I didn't care. Remember, the poorest man is not the man without a penny. The poorest man is the man without a dream. And if your dream is to be ripped, shredded, if your dream is to have this amazing business, if your dream is to have a great relationship, which comes with other facets, you have to be willing to make sacrifices and commit. You can't have a great relationship if you're in and out, So really look at your life and where are you putting in half the effort? Stop. Slap yourself. Like, yo, am I in or am I out? That's it. You're either getting the fuck in or you're getting the fuck out. Because if you're not all the way in, you might as well be all the way out. Because it's only going to lead you to half-ass results. You're not going to be that good. All right? Let's fucking keep going. Happy fucking Monday.